Hey everyone, welcome to our first WAVER OS video tutorial. In this video series, you'll learn how to set up and optimize your WAVER routers and gateways. From first-time setup and captive portal customization, to capturing valuable user data, setting guest access limits, and unlocking advanced Wi-Fi marketing features, whether you're a beginner or an expert, we'll help you make the most of your WAVER device. Let's dive in. In this tutorial, we'll walk through the simple steps to log into your WAVER device for the first time. For this video, I'll be setting up the WAVER SmartOne G-Series. First, plug in the power and connect the internet cable from your main router to the internet port on the WAVER device. It is the blue internet port right here. Then, power it on by pressing the power button. After about 2 minutes, the device will boot up and will be ready to use. Next, make sure your computer is connected to the WAVER router via Wi-Fi or a LAN cable. The default Wi-Fi names are Local 2G and Local 5G. I'll connect to Local 2G using the default password, which is Wavertech 2. You can also find this information on the bottom of the device. Open your preferred web browser and enter the default IP address 192.168.10.1 into the address bar and press Enter to access the router's login page. You'll be asked for a username and password. For your first login, use the default login credentials. Use admin for username and WAVER for password. Then click Login to continue. As you can see, we've been redirected to the Getting Started page, where you'll select your language, time zone, and RF country. Make sure to choose the correct settings as they are important for time synchronization and radio operations. Next, review the license agreement and click I agree to proceed. After a while, we are redirected to the Quick Setup Wizard first page. Here we will set up key security features and other essential configuration to get our router up and running. The first step is about device security. Here we need to set up strong passwords for different areas of access. Administrator password is used to accessing the admin panel. Enter a strong password and re-enter to confirm. And on the right, we can set the app admin password. This password is required for accessing the Voucher Manager and Live Menu apps. We will talk about these apps and their features in the next videos. Enter a strong password for the app admin and re-enter the password to confirm. We need to make sure both passwords are unique, strong, and easy to remember. Now we click Next, and now we'll configure the router's internet connection. The WAN connection type determines how your router connects to the internet. You can choose from different connection types based on your internet service provider settings. For most cases, the correct option will be Dynamic IP DHCP client. In this case, the device gets automatically an IP address from your main router. I will scroll down a little bit to enable cloud access. Now, by using the cloud access, you can manage your router from anywhere without being connected to the local network. After a few seconds, the service status turns into running, indicating that it has been successfully enabled. And now we'll receive a set of handy public URLs that will give you remote direct access to this router. For example, this link here takes you to the admin panel. Just copy and use it to access your router from anywhere with an active internet connection. You can scan the QR code next to the URLs to save the main cloud access URL on your smartphone. We are going to click Next, and the first thing we see here is the radio settings. You can configure the 2.4 GHz and 5 GHz Wi-Fi bands. Both are enabled by default, but you can toggle them on or off as needed. Remember, 2.4 GHz offers better range but slower speeds, while 5 GHz provides faster speeds with a shorter range, especially behind walls. You can adjust the transmission power to control the signal strength for each interface. Higher dBm means greater Wi-Fi range. Now, by clicking on the local Wi-Fi, we can set a Wi-Fi name for the local network. For the needs of the video, I will assume that I am doing the configuration for my hypothetical coffee shop named .cafe, so I will name it .cafe staff, and I'll set a password for this local Wi-Fi. Local Wi-Fi in this case will be for use by staff devices like staff smartphones, printers, POS, smart TVs, and other devices. To be noted that the LAN ports and local Wi-Fi on the WAVER device do not offer captive portal authentication. Instead, they provide a separate unrestricted network with instant internet access. There's an option to separate SSIDs for the 2.4 GHz and 5 GHz networks, allowing you to set different Wi-Fi names and passwords for each band. However, I'll go with the unified SSID, which is the most common practice. This way, devices will automatically connect to the best available band without needing to switch networks manually. Now we'll set up the guest Wi-Fi where captive portal is being applied. We'll enter a Wi-Fi name. In my case, I will enter .cafe. We won't enable security since access to this network will be restricted. Users can initially connect to the Wi-Fi without a password, but will be redirected to the captive portal for authentication. After that, they'll need to log in using methods like email or predefined access codes. Let's move to the next step. On step number 4, we can customize our device's look. At the side RGB color drop list, we can choose the color of our preference for the side LEDs. I'll go with sky blue, which is my favorite. We can also adjust the brightness of the side LEDs, and we have control of the brightness of the device's logo too. Once we set these preferences, we can move to the next step, which is the captive portal. Here, we'll enter company details that will appear on the captive portal page. On the page title, I will enter my company's name, and I will enter the company's contact details for customers to see. It allows me to enter information like telephone, email, and website. And we can enter a copyright footer text, which is a custom text that will be displayed on the footer section of the captive portal. Next, to the captive portal media gallery section, we can brand the captive portal by uploading our own logo, images, videos, and extra files. On the logo, I will click on Choose File to upload the logo of my company. Next, we can upload a background image that will appear as the portal's background. We continue with the footer logo, which is a small logo that is used for the footer section. And here on the page images, I will upload pictures of my cafe. In this section, we can upload up to 4 images that will be shown in a slider or as static elements on the portal page. And of course, a connected page banner, which appears after users logs in to the network. We will click Save to upload the images all at once. As you can see, the images are already uploaded. Now clicking on the video section, we can upload a video of up to 100 megabytes. This video can be displayed on the captive portal along with images or standalone. Let's move to step number 6, where we configure how guests will authenticate through captive portal. As you can see, the available login options are as follow. Free access, which allows users to simply click and connect without any information required. Email Connect, which lets users log in using their email address. Facebook Login, which enables users to authenticate using their Facebook account. Voucher Login, which requires users to enter a pre-generated access code. Paid Access, which gives users internet access after they make a payment. And Mobile Login, which allows users to log in by entering their mobile number. We'll cover these in detail in our other videos. For now, I will keep enabled the Email Connect and Facebook Login for my cafe, and we click Next to proceed to the next step. In the final step, we'll configure the guest network limits, which includes settings for speed and time restrictions. This gives us control over how long each guest can stay connected to the network, as well as the maximum speed allowed for each guest device. By adjusting these settings, we can ensure that the network doesn't become overloaded, helping to prevent congestion and maintaining a stable, high-quality internet connection for all users. Here on the left, we can set the maximum download and upload speeds for the entire guest network. This helps limit the total available bandwidth for guests. For example, with a total bandwidth for my ASP of 300 Mbps download and 50 Mbps upload, I'll set the guest download to 200 and upload to 40, reserving 110 for internal use. Now on the right, we can set the speed limits per device. Here I will set the download 30 Mbps and the upload 15. These limits apply to each guest device connecting to the guest network. And on the time session limits, we configure how long guests stay connected and how quickly they can reconnect. Here we can set the time guests using free access, Facebook, email, or mobile login can stay connected before needing to log in again. And we can also set the guest reconnection time, which defines how long a guest must wait before they can reconnect after their session ends. And finally, we have the Session Keep Alive setting, which determines how long a guest session remains active, even if the user is temporarily absent from the network. This prevents the captive portal page from appearing if a guest stays inactive for a while, which can be quite annoying for our guests. Once configured, click Save to complete the setup. After saving, you'll see a success message, confirming that the basic settings have been successfully configured. I am going to click on Continue to Dashboard to access the main admin panel. Now we're on the dashboard. This is the main page that provides an overview of the network status and user activity. Here you'll find key information, including guest data by login method, recent logins, Ethernet connection stats, Wi-Fi interfaces, guest statistics, and system performance metrics like CPU and RAM usage. Keep in mind that the dashboard layout is customizable and allows you to drag, hide, and resize widgets to suit your preferences and needs. On the left sidebar, you'll find several pages, including analytics, captive portal settings, campaigns, network settings, and more. Now, let's have a look on the captive portal preview to see what guests will experience when connecting to My Guest Wi-Fi. It looks great, and as you can see, the quick setup wizard makes it fast and easy to get this done. And of course, the captive portal can be further customized. It offers predefined themes, and you can make more adjustments using the captive portal builder, which includes helpful tooltips and explanations on each page. We'll explore these features in more detail in our upcoming videos. Thank you so much for watching. We hope you found this video helpful and enjoyable. See you in the next one.